Thank you, Heather, my love. Isn't she just a doll? Oh my gosh, it is flat out here, okay? Flat out. I don't know how your day is going so far, but mine is hectic, which is good. I'd rather be hectic than not. Okay. Thank you, Heather, my love, for keeping things going. Okay. Hello, gorgeouses. Hello, beautifuls. Give me some feedback. So yesterday we spoke about the capsule wardrobe and the closet haul. Has anybody scheduled this? Does anybody have any? Thank you, Ava. That's really kind of you. I received that. This is a gift. This is, I'm always talking about the best brand on the planet, which is your independently owned little boutique. Okay. That's what this is. And so this local company asks me to listen. You can be 52 and model. Okay. I never wanted to model. But they asked me to model this stuff and video and give styling tips for their clients. So I'm in their marketing, and that's fantastic. And I think people know me through the hip shop, not anywhere else, because I don't really do business here. My business really is all online and abroad. So this is a very good example of, so all you have is a cute little sleeves on the end. It's silk. It's this beautiful kind of like stone olive color, which is a very versatile color. This gray, navy, nude, these are all staple colors. And this you can wear with, I've just got some plain pants on, some olive pants with some flats, but you can doll this up with some bootleg jeans, put a beautiful like dark animal print or leopard print belt on, put your red heels on, put your hot pink heels on, by the way. Look at how hot pink goes with this color, okay? It's absolutely beautiful. And this is a no-brainer also, where you can use this for date night, put some skinnies on, and your heels and your clutch, and off you go. Or you can wear this in the office like I've been wearing in the office, with some plain wide leg pants and some flat shoes. All right, so look for your local. They don't, unfortunately, Carol, they don't ship internationally. They used to, but you got to understand something about South Africa, unfortunately. I'm not even going to talk about the government because my veins will start popping. We have a government that currently is undoing a lot of what the late, great Nelson Mandela achieved. And so to do business with us and to do life with us, you'll pay a lot of import-export duty. They make it very difficult. They make it exorbitantly, prohibitively expensive. And I don't actually know what South Africa is doing right now with all of us. They are isolating us to a little corner of the world where soon we're going to get a real slap on the hand from America and from a few parts of the rest of the world, because we just have an incredibly corrupt government. Every government has its challenges, but this is one of the reasons why we can't ship, because the admin, the timelines, the continuity, all of that, the communication, as well as the costs, just makes it not worth it. And this is a beautiful brand that I've got so many clients who, I mean, the last time we had clients over here in November, I took them to the hip shop. We went shopping there. We shopped up a storm. Absolutely beautiful place. But they don't, unfortunately. So you need to find your hip shop in your community, okay? You need to find your independently owned little boutique, which is just, you have good people, you've got good products, and typically you have very good styling experience that you find there, okay? So do look for your local brands. There are little gems in every neighborhood. You'll find them everywhere, no matter where you live. If you're on a ranch or a farm or in the city, or it doesn't matter where you are, Soho, every city's got a Soho. Just go and find. You'll probably find an old, archaic online listing of business owners in your area, and then whittle it down to clothing/fashion, and you'll find them. Okay. Does anybody have any feedback from the capsule wardrobe and the closet cull yesterday? Any feedback, any questions before we dive in today? No, nothing? Okay, so is that everybody you've done your closet cull before we spoke about it yesterday? You've got the capsule wardrobe in place? Because that's what you're telling me. No, okay. All right, so go for it.
I'm working on the capsule wardrobe, Linda, and I loved yesterday how you circled in red and said, this is great for bootleg. This is free people, good for this.
Great.
So I'm working on the capsule.
Great. Nice. And good to see you here, Betsy. Nice to see both of you in red, both of you smiling, both of you looking fantastic, and good job. So you don't have to have completed it, but I just want to know that you have it scheduled. and that you know the capsule wardrobe. So it's in your Dress to Connect program. Those of you who are in the program, the full outline is there, where to get it, how to wear it, what you should be paying for it, and any help you need, you know where to find me, right? Anything that you need, Betsy, don't hesitate to reach out, okay? I'm here to help you. Here to help you find what you're looking for, in what style, in what shape, in what size, in what color, and make sure that you get what you need, all right? Did somebody else have a question before we move on? Sheree, go for it, love.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning,
Hi.
Linda. My question is, I do have my capsule wardrobe complete, but my question is, as I'm adding to it, to my wardrobe for certain things, do you have a formula? Is there a formula? Because sometimes I find myself kind of scattered all over the place. Like I'm focusing on belts now, but then I'll focus on something else. So how do I build on my capsule wardrobe?
One word, focus. I'm kidding with you, my love. Listen, so the practical answer to that is once you've done your cull and once you've got rid of stuff that doesn't belong in your closet or on your body, then you look at the capsule wardrobe and say, okay, what are the staples that I need and what don't I have? So then let's say you've got a list of 1 to 30, okay, because there are 30 items. It does include red, it does include the smile, it does include a black belt and a brown belt. And so it's not as many things as you think. And then once you tick off literally on the list, because the capsule wardrobe is in Dress to Connect, you tick off the things that you have, highlight with your highlighter the things that you don't have. And then you look at those, let's say 7 things, and you go, okay, so based on these things that I need, what is the priority? Am I in business? Do I need a blazer more than I need a trench coat? Do I need bootleg jeans more than I need a white collar shirt? And you just put it in order of priority. And then you put that alongside your budget per month, Sheree. And then you decide, okay, so this is what I'm looking at for these different things roughly. And in order of what I need more, what I'm going to wear more, you put that in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you basically, this is the thing, guys, about building a capsule wardrobe. You don't build a house in a month, right? You're not going to build a capsule wardrobe in a month. And so most women will be a little impatient at getting this. And I'm not saying that's you, Sheree, not at all, because how you go about it is practically and patiently is how you do it. And so for those former or current shopaholics among us, patience is the word of the day. Patience is what's going to get you building. The building blocks to your closet need to be identified, found, received, tried on. Okay, it fits. And then you get to the next one. And you just tick as you go. Maybe you get 3 items 1 month. Maybe you get 1 item 1 month. But you have the whole year. We're taking this whole year to work together on our body, our beauty, our confidence, and our capsule wardrobe. All right, so that's what, when you open those doors at the end of the year, you want to see the confidence in your closet. You want to see the ambiance that you've been building. And it doesn't happen in a month or 2. It doesn't happen in 3 months either. And I can tell you that if you're serious about results, I've got some really good stuff for you today. And this is a this number 4 of the 5 steps is, as far as I'm concerned, apart from one thing, is probably the second most important thing you can do for your confidence and your personal style. This is the second biggest thing that I'm going to give you right now. But if you're serious about your body, your confidence, about earning more money, if you're serious about meeting someone that you want to do life with, if you're serious about improving your confidence, your influence, and your income, you're going to take your time. And you're going to press play. And you're going to finish what you started here. And you're going to ask your questions, no matter how small you think they are. You might have a question that you're thinking, oh my gosh, that's a silly question. Probably someone's figured it out. No, that's the question that you ask. I had an awesome conversation with a client this morning. She's so good at what she does. She's amazing. And she compares herself a lot. And I mean, a lot of us do that, okay? Many women do that. We live in a world of comparison, but you have to be aware of it. You have to just grab it and you have to just chuck it out and say, I'm going to run in my lane and I'm competing with my last personal best. And this is a question that I need answered and I'm going to ask it and I'm going to go and do it. You need to, Judy, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much. I received that. You need to invest 3 things in yourself. If ever you are serious about your confidence, your beauty, and your personal style, you need to invest time, money, and effort. Those 3 things are a trio that go together. You need to have skin in the game if you're serious about things. And it might be with me, it might be with somebody else, but you need skin in the game. Any powerful result that I've received in my life, that I've achieved in my life, has come from time, money, and muscle. You can't get around it. There is no quick fix. There is no get rich overnight. There is no think yourself rich. That doesn't exist. There is no think yourself quickly organize my capsule wardrobe confident. It doesn't happen overnight. So take your time, okay? You have plenty time. Time is on your side. What's it like? Time. Okay, I'm not going to sing because I can't sing. But who's that? Is that the Rolling Stones? That's the Stones. Time is on your side. Okay, play that today. That's step number 1. Play the Rolling Stones. Time is on your side. I love that song. It's just, and doesn't that like conflict with the other song, like You're Out of Time? You're out of touch, my baby. That one. Okay, I'm like, dude, make up your mind. Is time on my side or am I out of time? Just having some fun. Okay. Music is an important part of your confidence, by the way. This is step number 2 of today. Do you have a song that makes you feel like a badass? What is your badass song? You need one. What is your badass song? Okay. You have to have one. If you have one, put it in the chat box. You think this is not connected to your personal style? Of course it is. Your taste, your preference in clothing, in color, in music is everything. It's all connected, all flows from one. It all flows from one heart, one person, one body. They're all connected. That song, maybe it's a badass song and it's got some cussing in it. Oh, well, so what? You're still an amazing, beautiful Christian woman. Don't let anybody else's opinion about you, like, oh, I can't play that song, it's got some cuss words. Listen, it's your song, it's your body, it's your life, damn it. Don't you be apologizing for it, okay? You live it. You've apologized enough in your life. You've tried to tone things down enough in your life. You've tried to accommodate others enough. I'm not saying stop. You be beautiful, you be loving. Confident women are generous. They are radically generous with their time, with their compliments, with their expertise. But don't you make sure that you're not giving and then kind of like not making space. Make space for yourself, okay? You can make space for others as well as for yourself at the same time. Don't lose yourself in the process anyway. You are called to rise, to shine, to go higher and further and bolder. Whether you're in business or not, there is a calling on your life. You're here listening to this for a reason. There might be only one of you. Maybe there's 3 of you. Maybe there's 10 of you here that go higher, faster, bolder. It's never, ever everybody, not everybody does this. We hear the call and we don't follow through. We hear the call again and there's an excuse and a reason. We hear the call again and we're like, oh, but it's not the right time. We hear the call again. How many calls do you need? Okay, there is a calling on your life. Make it a priority to invest in yourself. The woman in the mirror. Okay, that's where we're going over today. All right, so Judy, favorite color since teen. Red, that's awesome. And R&B, I like it. Okay, Girl on Fire, Jamie, nice, by Alicia Keys. Yes, lots of songs. Pick one. Which is your badass song? I've got a few. I love Pink, but if I really want to achieve something, I play, what is it called? It's not even a band. It's called Time for War. That's what gets me going. That was the first song. It was actually the second song after the blessing, when I was on the bridge and I was going to break that Guinness World Record, which I did break. My second song was It's Time for War. It gets me in the zone. I'll play that in the gym. Nothing else matters. I'm like going for it and I'm sweating and I'm focused. What's your focus song? You need one. Something that'll get you going. And it can be sexy and it can be bold. It can be whatever it is, but it must be yours. Okay, so let's jump into today. We are at the penultimate step of confidence in your closet. How do we boost that confidence? How do we get you bolder, higher, further, faster? Okay, so let's jump right on over. Let's share and let's go over. We are over here and just give me some thumbs ups, please. Thumbs ups or thumb ups when you can see what I'm seeing. So yesterday we did the closet haul and the capsule wardrobe. Tell me if you can. Okay, good. Thanks, ladies. Thanks very much. So we want to go from a closet full of clothes and nothing to wear to organized, right? Why? Because we spoke about a spirit of order. All right. So let's just summarize a little bit. So the closet haul has 6 categories that we basically put things into. And if you emailed Heather, you'll have received a copy of that PDF download. What are the 6 categories? And why you've got to do them separately, basically looking at what goes where, in what order, and why and how. You know, so how are you organizing your closet, and are you maximizing the space? Some people have got lots of space. Some people have got minimal space. I have several clients who I've recommended, and I've helped them find professional home organizers in their home because they've got huge homes, huge closets, and they're not getting to decluttering, and they're having a hard time parting ways with things that they don't need. So I send in a home professional organizer, and bam, they have their home back. There's no more clutter. A cluttered closet is a cluttered mind. A cluttered home is a cluttered mind. So we have to get rid of the clutter. I don't believe in storage unless you are storing something for a child or your son or your daughter or after university. You use it or lose it. It has to go. I'm doing a major clean out next month of everything on my desk, on my computer, on my desktop. My desktop is not a pretty sight, and it really upsets me. And I'm going to fix that next month, March 2025. I'm switching over software. I'm switching over to things, and I'm lighting a match, and I'm just throwing a bomb onto things that just had been organized by lots of different people, and I'm just going to blow it up. And I'm going to move over to a new system, and I'm going to manage it like a drill sergeant. I'm going to protect it as if it were the army, because I know the peace I have when I work like that, and I know the chaos that's in my head when I don't. And so the spirit of order touches everything, right? And when your closet that you go to several times a day is in order, you will dress differently. You will walk out your front door differently. You will own your space, and you will know in my head things are in order. So you've got the 6 categories. You've got a copy from Heather if you need it. Those are who in Dress to Connect, you have that already. Where do your shoes go? And think about storage systems, right? So you can go to the Container Store. You can go online to Amazon. They're not expensive. Get yourself storage systems, baskets, pull-out systems that will contain your toiletries, your makeup, your shoes. I've got a beautiful client I told you about who is hopefully by the end of this year going to build her walk-in closet, which I'm more excited about than her, I think. And you know, how are you going to do your shoes? Where is your underwear going to go? Where's your jewelry going to go? Okay, so I've shown you guys lots and lots of times the jewelry display. There are warehouses and stores all over the world that have, and online, that sell jewelry display pieces. So you know how they have in jewelry stores, you go into a shop, they buy those jewelry display units from somewhere, right? So you can buy them direct from warehouses, and you can display your necklaces, because I like to see my stuff. If I see it, I'll wear it. If I pack it away, I forget about it. And then I just have to remind myself to go and be creative and pull out some different jewelry. So make it, if it's on display, you'll see it and you'll wear it. So, but figure out what works for you. There's so many amazing storage options online these days for jewelry. You get those kind of cheval mirrors that you open up, and there's that long top to bottom storage thing for jewelry that you get inside. It's on sponsored ads all the time. All right, so step number 4, and this one is really big, okay? It's huge. It's absolutely essential to your confidence. Your body, and your personal style is what we are talking about today, okay? Your body. We're going to be talking about this straight, direct. You know me, I don't beat around the bush. There's no sugarcoating squat here. And here we say the F word, okay? We say fat, all right? People are scared to say fat. I have other F words that I use as well, but that's not for today, okay? So fat is a part of life. Fat is excess. That's fat in habits, fat on your body, fat in how you, your clutter that you have in your closet. It's just excess, okay? And we need to talk about the excess, because nobody likes to, and guess what? Nobody's talking about it, but it's one of the biggest problems in women's lives. So in case we haven't met, I want to just introduce myself again, okay? So my name is Linda. I'm a redeemed fear freak, control freak, and perfectionist. Redeemed and rehabilitated. I had a tumultuous and very abusive childhood. I was raised in different homes by different people. I didn't have an alcoholic father. I had 4, various homes between the age of 4 and 13, actually. I was molested at 13, went to work at 17, seduced at 17 by a lawyer, 11 years my senior, who sounded like Neil Diamond and sang and played the bloomin' guitar like Neil Diamond. And so I was easy, man. I was easy pickings. And I needed something. I needed something in my life that would be like, this is the one thing that I can do. Because I knew by come 17, when I finished my high school, and at the end of it, I turned 16. I was 16, I turned 17 during my senior year. I'm like, what am I going to do? No money, no job, no home, no car, no clue, no education. But I knew what to wear. What I wore got me in the door. That clearly is not me at 17. That's just an old picture that remained there. I watched and learned people who are regarded as successful, how they dressed. and they were always well presented. Even if they were in a jogger set going to the grocery store, I'm like, these people, they take care of what they wear. And what I wore got me in the door so many times in my life since the age of 17. I cannot even tell you the power of personal style. And from there, I built two things. I went to work on my self-esteem because it was null, and my self-confidence was null. I had none of either, absolutely none, with all kinds of abuse from age 2 or 3. And I'm talking about violent, like guns and vodka bottles and all kinds of things. I was a 17-year-old and I was fearful in my head. The fact that I do what I do today is a testament to my faith, to God, the creator of the universe, and to my taking action in the direction that I knew that I had to go. And that direction was full of fear, by the way. Everything in my head was just fear and nerves and anxiety and, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? And so how did I do it? That's what I did. I took up adventure sports from a very young age because I thought if I can jump off a bridge, if I can, that's not me at 17, by the way, or 20. I think I had a smaller butt at 20. Anyway, who knows? I thought if I can jump out of an airplane. So I went skydiving, proper skydiving. Okay, not tandem. Okay, tandem's easy, man. You just strap yourself to another guy and you jump out and scream and he does all the work, okay? It's fun. You should try it. But I went solo skydiving. And my very first jump, I had a line twist, which means my parachute didn't open. That's another conversation for another time. And when I landed, I thought, okay, if I don't get back on the horse now, if I don't go and skydive again, then I'm never going to do something like this again. So I had to go back and I did 5 more jumps. I did a total of 6 solo jumps. Why did I do that? Because I thought that if I can physically overcome this thing, then I will mentally overcome even more. And that's exactly what happened. I physically overcame. Obviously, there's a mental game when you're standing on the bridge or you're in that Cessna and the wind is like howling in your ears and you're about to jump out by yourself. If I can jump out of a plane and jump off this bridge, I can do anything. I can get on top of my mindset. And it helped. It worked. I didn't know that it was going to end where it did. That was in my early 20s. But it ended in a Guinness World Record in bungee jumping. I hold the world record for the most bungee jumps in 1 hour, 23 jumps. Okay, you will learn a different way of throwing up midair when you do that. And I'm telling you what, that's a whole new skill. Now I get noises. If I get noises, I'm like, that's nothing. I did this midair throwing up upside down. So that's nothing, okay? That was, oh, Lord. And if they tell you when you do something like that, if you ever plan on doing it, if you come for my record, that's cool. I'll just have to go back and break yours. No problem. It's okay. Keep me on my toes. I mean, I got you. It's all right. You go for it. I'll even give you a chip or two. But listen, when you do something that is scary, you go in the direction that you fear, let me tell you something. The power on the other side of that is life-changing. How it impacts your mindset when you do something bold, when you do something that is risky, when you're like, oh my gosh, what if I fail? What if I fail in front of all these people? What if I was on TV? The time I decided to do it, a TV company came along. I didn't ask for them. And they found me registered with the Guinness World Record office in London. And they said, we are about to launch a program about 10 South Africans in the country right now attempting to break records. We'd like to invite you to be one of the 10. I'm like, okay, what's entailed? Like, what is it? And they're like, well, you've got 6 weeks and then we go to air. I'm like, oh, I was going to give myself about 4 months for training. And they're like, well, you have 6 weeks. I'm like, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Because that meant they paid for everything. They organized everything. They did everything. And that was a whole different experience as well. Pros and cons to doing TV, man. Would I do it again? Probably not. No, the answer is hell no. I wouldn't. Sorry, I'm just honest. TV was just a whole different ballgame. It's a very, very, very managed environment, but I understand why. And I'm very grateful to them and to Stumbo Record Breakers because they sponsored everything. Stumbo Record Breakers was the amazing company that sponsored the whole program. They're a huge company here in South Africa. Awesome people. But so I did that and it ended. And do you know what it did for my confidence in my early 20s? It started boosting my confidence. I'm not saying you've got to go bungee jumping. I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. But you need to do something that you fear on a regular basis. Otherwise, you, my friend, are not living. Then you're just coasting. So that's what I started doing when I was younger to boost my confidence. Who am I? I am a daughter. I am a woman. I'm a mother. I'm a businesswoman. I'm a sister. I'm a daughter, a friend, an aunt. I'm a church member. I'm a freedom fighter. You have look at all those hats that we wear, right? That was me on a birthday fashion photo shoot in New York several years ago when I had overcome something very painful. And I decided I need to celebrate this in some way. And so I got a bunch of friends together. I'm like, listen, I'm going to New York and it's one of my favorite cities. I'm going to do a fashion shoot. I know a great photographer. I know a great makeup artist. It's a cute little Italian hotshot, beautiful woman in New York. And I think about, what was it? Must have been 7 or 8 of us, maybe 8, 9 of us did a photo shoot for ourselves, celebrating something we'd overcome. It was powerful. And I just, that's me, this Scottish Highlander warrior. That's my background. I'm Scottish, part Scottish. My dad was Scottish. My mom is English. So you have to look at who is the woman in the mirror. Who are you? What's on the inside? And what's coming up on the outside? Are you a business owner and you're playing it safe? Or do you have a strategy session coming up or that needs to come up where you're like, what are the risks that we're taking? What is the vision? Are we playing small? Or are there other opportunities we can go after here? Like, it's time to dominate in the marketplace, man. It's time to play to win. It's time for you to rise up and really enjoy some recognition for the hard work that you've done. Doesn't matter whether you work for yourself or work for somebody else, or if you're retired or semi-retired. Every day that you wake up with breath in your body, God's got plans for you. Like, what is the day that you want me to have today, Lord? Like, what is it? Show me as I go. As I get up, dress up. Let me dress up for the day that I don't know you have for me, but I'm ready. Look at what I'm wearing. I'm ready. That's what this is about, okay? So I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in personal development, overcoming my abuse, grief recovery, training myself professionally as a coach, as a consultant, as a business owner, and getting to a point where, yeah, I'm ready. The storm in my life is raging right now, and I'm ready. And do I shed tears and confess my tears? You bet that I do. I confess my fears to God because I let my human be human. And then I pick up my scriptural weapons and I go to war. And that's what I do. And that's what we have to do. And sometimes there's no storm that's raging, and that's great. But for the most part, you wear different hats as a woman. I don't know one woman who only wears one hat. It just doesn't exist. And so you need to decide who you are, what you want in life, where you're going. Make sure that you have that written down, and then make sure your closet is ready. Your closet needs to be a step ahead of your next season. You got to write that down. Your closet needs to be a step ahead of your next season, your next promotion, your next chapter, because you need to step into those outfits. So at the end of the day, who am I? I'm dauntless. That's actually the name of my executive coaching program, because where you fear to go, my friend, is where you've got to go. And one of the things that you fear, I'm going to guess, is your body, and wearing a bikini on the beach and wearing a beautiful dress somewhere because, oh my gosh, what will they think, right? So what do? I help women to expand their confidence, their influence, and their income through the power of personal style. There is a podcast out there online at the moment. I mean, like, I've put a few out there. I think there might be 12 or 15. I'm not giving much time and attention to that right now. I'm just very, very busy with my clients, and that's where I'm spending most of my time. And I love what I do. But you have got to go where you fear to go. So Dress to Connect, practically, I help women to build a beautiful wardrobe on a budget, customized to your budget, your body, and your lifestyle. But secretly, it is about falling in love with the woman in the mirror. If you want real results, you're going to pay very close attention to these next few slides, because that's where the money is. That's where the real value is of your personal style, your confidence, and the life that you live. This is beautiful young Estella. She was feeling overlooked, not taken seriously. There's a reason for that. This is an engineer in a corporate environment. She's a leader on the rise. Does she look like a leader on the rise on the left-hand side? No, not at all. She does now, and she's been taken seriously now. And she's a new wife. And she's got, like, she had her husband's attention before. She's really got it now. There's beautiful Jenny, okay? Just afraid of her own shadow when I first met her. Didn't want to even look in the mirror. Saw her reflection in a window for the first time at the age of 12. Now she is having fun with fashion and loves her body. If you want to be taken seriously in the world, you need to learn to dress on the outside in a way that reflects the woman on the inside. That is how it works. So this beautiful Harriet, look at this shape. She said to me when we first spoke, Linda, I'm so sick and tired of living in gray and black and brown. Look at those curves. Who do you think the world would recruit, or Mr. Right would invite on a date of these two women? Same woman, gorgeous on the inside, but you can't see that on the outside. Now, that outfit on the outside is exactly the Harriet that I know. vivacious and beautiful and daring and interesting and smart. Look at this chick, okay? 70 years old, hello. This is our beautiful Ricky, aging perfectly and fashionably. She thought that she was dressing nicely in that black outfit in the beginning. I'm like, no, 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 no. I want to know what's going on. What's going on under there? I see invisible lines and angles. I want to see what's going on. Hello. Look at those hips. Look at that waist. Look at those boobs. Look at those legs. Come on now, okay? That's absolutely gorgeous. I love this woman. Got to spend a little bit of time with her in Dallas last year in June. She's just a stunner. And Cassandra, okay, so in her own business and doing her own thing. No, she's working for a company, sorry, not her own business. But I mean, look at the small change and the small difference. Navy blazer, white top. White blazer, hot pink top. More noticeable. Okay, she's a gorgeous woman. Navy is okay, but not all the time. So you have to allow yourself to look beautiful and feel amazing and live a bold and confident life. Look at Elaine from zero to hero. Okay, also came from a very religious, very, very strict environment. There's no way you wear red, boy. I don't think so. This is just, that would be slanderous. But she went from zero to hero, loves red. Oh, and attracted the eye of a man whose favorite color is, guess what? Red. So she went from red to red. We have lots of red to red stories, by the way. Okay, beautiful Kate on stage with us in Dallas. Doesn't matter what your size is, it's all about your shape. Where are you pulling in your jeans? One of the biggest mistakes that women make when it comes to their body is they bulk up and they hide, and that actually makes them look 2 or 3 times bigger. You have to know thy body. And I'm going to say this, you have to love your body. Time is up on this, my friend. Here I am, up and down in various ways. You start right where you are, okay? I've been fluctuating in my weight for many, many years, and I'm not going to be anymore. I'm on a consistent track for now. But one time, I only had one pair of shorts that fit, and I thought I'm not going to buy any others. And you just work with it, okay? You work with what you've got. But this only can happen when you work with your body and not against it, because then you'll have fresh eyes on what can work on your body. If you're against your body, you can forget it. There is no getting up, dressing up, and having confidence. And you got to stop apologizing for your body or your beauty as well. If you are in good shape and you're nicely toned and trained and you've got a beautiful body, don't you be dressing down because you think you're too much for somebody else. No, you dial it up, you crank it up. You're in charge of your own light. You can't dim somebody else's light. You don't have that kind of power. So you are either attracting or repelling people and opportunities based on what you wear. So you've got to ask yourself, am I wearing clothing that's going to attract good people and good opportunities? Any single or divorced ladies here? Just give me some emojis, please, or some thumbs up. Are there any ladies who are looking to meet somebody? Are they? Okay, so there's a few. So let's describe your Mr. Right for a minute, okay? Let's say, typically, you would say, I would like for him to be handsome, would be ideal. You know, maybe he's confident, independent, maybe he's financially stable. You wouldn't mind if he's adventurous, you know, confident, successful. So the next question is what you're wearing every day in line with the man that you're looking for? The answer is usually no when I talk to the single girls. And then they wonder why they're attracting frumpy, fuddy-duddy men, because they're wearing frumpy, fuddy-duddy clothes. That's what they're doing. And they think, oh, well, this is me, take it or leave it. Well, honey, they're leaving it. Mr. Right is out there and he's looking for a woman who looks the part, who looks like she's smart and successful and adventurous and funny and has got a great personality. And that's what they're looking for. What do they see when they see you? Okay. So this is beautiful. Sue, this actually happens to be my mom. And she was, after her divorce, she was single, I don't know, many years, many years, dressing down. I'm like, come on now, it's time that we fix this. So she came over to South Africa a couple of times. We got her dressing up again. And oh, hello, suddenly married at 70. And guess what? This is in New Zealand. I was at her 70th birthday party / surprise wedding. And this is her 5th. This is my mom's 5th husband. And number 5 is amazing. The first one not to abuse her. And he's an awesome guy. His name is Paul. I didn't know about the wedding. And my mom was saying the other day something about feeling a little bit embarrassed about 5 husbands. I'm like, you know what? Don't be. You are the most committed woman to marriage that I know. You've tried 5 times, for goodness sake, okay? I don't know many women who do that. So she's like, she loves marriage. She loves the concept. And she finally found the right one. and he's an awesome guy. She started dressing up, and guess what? He never noticed her. Guess where he lived? About a 4-minute walk from her front door on the same golf estate. Never noticed her, not for a couple of years. Well, how long was she there? A year and a half, maybe. Suddenly she starts dressing a little bit better. She wears a little bit of, she got some red leather tennis shoes, and she starts wearing brighter, lighter colors. Suddenly, his friend noticed her. That's what happened. And then they had coffee, and the rest is history. If you don't love your body, my friend, how can your husband? How can your future husband? This is gorgeous Karen from the UK. It is time for you to start loving your body. You will never be confident at your best if you don't work with your body and stop criticizing your body. And this applies, by the way, to size 0, size 2, size 4. Don't think that it's only women who are overweight who struggle with. That is not the case. All women struggle with body image. But here's the good news. You came into agreement with that, and so you can break that agreement. And I'm going to show you how. But look at the stats. As of last year, 89% of women between the age of 15 and 64 want to change at least one aspect of their body. And if they had the money, they would go under the knife. That is a lot. I mean, actually, it goes back to age 12 now. Kids between the ages of 12 and 14 are saving all of their hard earnings for plastic surgery. 12 to 14, plastic surgery. 64 to 75-year-olds still want plastic surgery on their body because they're still, after a lifetime of 75 years, not happy with how they look and haven't been their whole lives. 67% of that group withdraws from what we call life-sustaining activities due to one thing, poor body image. So they will definitely not go swimming. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? Put on a swimsuit in public? No. They don't even go to the doctor. In surveys we've seen, they won't go to the doctor because they're embarrassed of walking into a waiting room. You know what the medical offices are like? You walk into a room with people sitting and waiting, and they all look at you when you walk in the front door. They say, no, I don't want to be under that kind of scrutiny. They're ill, but they don't go to the doctor. They won't write that book that's going to get attention. They are praying for a husband, but they won't go on dates because they're worried about what that guy's going to think about how they look. They withdraw socially. They make excuses for not going places, and they lie to say they can't go. Meantime, A, they don't know what to wear, and B, even if they did, they're fearful of criticism and rejection based on how they look. They will not launch that business. That's going to get too much attention. They won't even go to gym or walk outside, yet they are desperate to get healthy and get fit again. And all of this because you have come into agreement with the world that says you don't look right. You don't look the part. You don't look like we say you should. So the only reason you're shrinking back and holding back and not wearing that bikini, that swimsuit, that dress, going out there and doing your thing on stage or in your community is because you've come into agreement with the world that says, well, you're not skinny enough and you don't look the part. So you came into agreement with that. You can come out of agreement with that. You can break that agreement anytime, right now, at this second. Otherwise, you're sacrificing your whole life at the altar of man. You're paying, you literally, the price that you're paying for your life at the altar of man is costing you the gift that is your life. That's the price you're paying because your body is not the shape that somebody says it is. This is so important. This is crucial. There are slim, amazing, beautiful women who will not wear a pair of jeans because of a little dot or two of cellulite. There are very overweight women who don't want to go anywhere because of their body. And there's everything in between. There are very overweight women who, by the way, walk into a room beautifully dressed, confident, and own that room and are earning an amazing income based on the fact that they are loving themselves, they are for themselves, and they're helping others in the world. And they're very successful financially. And then the rest of some women are at home just fearful to go out there. And you know who you're afraid of? The general public who are strangers in your life, who have no names in your life, who you'll probably never see again. But you don't want to go to that grocery store or to Walmart because you might bump into so-and-so and you're just not feeling your best. No. We've got to put a stop to this. We have to put a stop to this. Okay. So this is something that I did years ago when I lived in the UK. Yeah, I don't know how long ago. I don't know, 10 years ago, where are we now? 20. where are we now? 25, so 15, yeah, maybe 10, 11 years ago. And I got on my knees and I had done so much work on myself. And I said to God, I'm so done being my own biggest critic. How do I appreciate and love my body? And he said, say, I love my body. He didn't say it audibly like I heard, I love my body. I'm like, okay. Apart from that, how do I love my body? And all I heard was, I love my body. I love my body. I said that to myself every day, thousands of times a day, not 10 times a day, thousands, because I so hated my body. Being sexually molested will do that to you. Being bullied will do that to you. Being physically abused will do that to you. You hate your body. It's carried so much pain and shame. And if that's you and you're still carrying that pain and shame, let me tell you something. Your past does not dictate your future, and you can overcome that pain and shame. Shame is not yours. It doesn't belong to you. It belongs in the pit of hell, and you can overcome anything when you take action in the direction that you fear to go. Action kills fear. Action brings results. And I can help you with that. And even right here, right now, and you say, I love my body. I want you to say it out loud. I want you to say it out loud, and I'm watching you as you're saying this. Say it out loud. I love my body. Everybody, I love my body. Some of you are going to feel uncomfortable. Some of you might laugh and say, oh my gosh, that feels weird. Some of you open up your chat box and tell me, how does that feel when you say that? I want to see how that feels. When you say, I love my body, what comes to mind? Is it funny? Do you feel like a fraud? Is it weird? Does it feel like it's not the truth? Type in your chat box, please. How does it sound? And say it again. Say, I love my body. I love my body. I love my body. This is how I started about a decade ago in the UK. I even designed a t-shirt thinking I have to wear this t-shirt. I've got to do everything that makes me so uncomfortable. I'm going to wear a t-shirt in public, because I'm declaring this is the truth. It makes me smile. Come on, that's Deborah and Jamie. Everybody else, how does it make you feel? It feels like a lie. Thank you for your honesty. It feels healing. It feels liberating. It feels like a lie. Yes, thanks so much. I feel strong. That's awesome. That's fantastic. What else? My thought is that no one believes that. That's awesome, Karen. Thanks for your honesty. I need to say this to help with wounds. Yeah, Betsy, you say it, girl, over and over. I love my body. I love my body. It feels weird. It feels like a lie. Karen, my thought is that no one believes that. Who gives a rip what they believe, right? What do you believe? Who gives a rip what they believe? It's about what you believe. It doesn't feel right. Yep, Sally, say it again, my girl. Say it again. I love my body. I said this with tears running down my face. I said this angry. I said this, it feels weird, and say it more. Yolanda, you're so right. I don't know who I am. I look so different now that I'm older. I can't seem to adjust, but you will, Mary. If you take action and you move forward, your mind will follow and results will follow. Yep, it feels weird. It feels like a lie. Yep. Doesn't matter what age you are. You can say, I love my body. Thank you for your honesty. And you say it every day. You can buy your own t-shirt. You get one when you invest to connect. You go into LindaPaige.com, go to the shop thing, and you buy it for like 30 something bucks. Wear the t-shirt that says, I love my body. And your first thought might be, oh my gosh, but in public, like, people think that I'm like, I think I'm all that. I'm like, no, they won't. You know why? Because women know what women go through. You're worried about what the women might think about, wow, she's quite cocky. She's wearing a thing that says, I love my body, and she's flaunting herself. No, women know why you're wearing that t-shirt. And you might have one guy, okay? I had like one guy in 10 years who said, I love your body too. I'm like, whatever. You know, like I was at Walmart actually. And I was like, and I said to him, pardon? And I forgot the t-shirt I was wearing. He said, you love your body? I love your body too. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And I don't think he was being like too rude. He wasn't like trying to be all schmoozy, you know? He was like, I love it too. I was like, yep, smiled, whatever. And I moved on. For the rest of it, the conversations that this t-shirt has started, the awesome connections, the conversations, the changes, I wear the t-shirt. I wear what I believe. This is one of your assignments today. You're going to say every day, I love my body. I don't care if you don't believe it. You will when you just act on it. Remember, you're choosing life or death. Choose life. You have spent enough years hiding your body, apologizing for your body, dressing down your body. No more. If you're serious about expanding your income, your influence, your confidence, having a more fulfilling life, you will say every day, I love my body. Don't you catch yourself criticizing your body. Next time you're in the changing rooms and you're trying something on in the store and you think to yourself, oh my gosh, look at and you go like, I love my body. You don't have to think about it. It's a non-discretionary thing. It doesn't matter what mood you're in. You just say, I love my body. As you go into the fitting room, I love my body. I love my body. I love my body. And you'll become aware of just how badly women criticize their bodies all around you. In the fitting room is where you'll hear it. You try and give somebody a compliment. She won't receive it. It's a lack of self-esteem. It's a lack of self-confidence. We've all been there, but it's enough. Okay. We're drawing a line today. It's enough. You are going to be for your body. You will not rise to your level that you're called to unless you do. Your body carries you. Your body houses your very soul. Your body is a temple. It's time for you to love your body. It doesn't matter what size it's in, what shape it's in. You start where you are. You start today. Okay, so I'm going to very briefly give you the 5 body shapes, okay? Very briefly. And I'm going to show you one example of how you can dress things. We don't have too much time to go into it, but there are 5 body shapes. And what we're doing is highlighting your best bits instead of hiding the parts that you don't like. Here they are, the 5, okay? I've renamed them because we are not pieces of meat or fruit. So the typical hourglass is Kate, it's K, and the figure 8, so she's Kate. Then we have the former rectangle, which is Dynamite, the former pear, which is Beautiful because her booty is full. We have the warrior, which is the previous inverted triangle, and we have all heart, which is the former apple. Very simple, giving them some beautiful, fun names, affirming names, okay? Because we're working with lines and angles here. Basically, we want body balance between the shoulders and the hips and the ankles. We want shapes and curves, and we want your nonverbal to line up with your verbal. So you don't want to wear something that's flat and kind of baggy. And because are you flat and baggy? Answer your question. Like, am I flat and baggy? No. Am I going to wear something that's bulky and frumpy? I don't know. Are you bulky and frumpy? No. You want to wear something that's interesting and that's curvy and that's noteworthy, right? So have a look at, for example, let's take the first shape, which is Dynamite. Okay, so Dynamite is straight up and down. Very simple. All you want to do is highlight the shoulders and highlight the hips. Okay, that's all you got to do. You've got it straight up and down anyway. Now you want to wear things that are interesting on the shoulders. You want to highlight that, and you want to highlight the hips and the thighs. Go all the way down to your ankles, or it doesn't matter if it comes to your knees, because what you want to do is create balance. So it's straight up and down. You've got that design anyway. Now you just want to have some puckered shoulders, for example, or some strong kind of regimented puffy shoulders on your jacket or your blazer, okay? Or strong collars are great, but you want to highlight the shoulders, so you're taking them out a little bit, and you're carrying on with whatever you're wearing, and you want to come down and out. High-waisted, wide-leg pants are great for this shape. So it's working with what you've got, okay? Here's a beautiful example. So here's Estella. Remember our young engineer in corporate? This is what she wore first, and then I taught her about fashion math, which is lines and angles and her body shape. And I said to her, I want you to find a bikini that is ruffled or that highlights your shoulders, something over there, and I want you to go high-waisted and highlight your thighs. Now, look what that does. It looks like a totally different body, right? This is the same body right next to each other, but it looks like a different body because of lines and angles. That's all you're doing is highlighting. You're telling the eye where to go. You're using fashion, lines and angles to do that. What about if you are beautiful, okay? So you're the former pear. And remember, it's shape, not size. So you want to cinch your waist in higher. You don't want to bulk and just hide all that stuff. You want to own your boobs. Doesn't matter how big or small they are. You've been for that bra fitting now. Now you know what kind of bra you need to wear. And most shapes like this have this, and the former apple actually normally have the best legs. So you want to rock those legs, okay? Your wrap dress, you want to take your waist in higher, under your boobs. Why? Because look at the shoulders now. She's highlighting nicely. She's got soft sleeves falling off her shoulders. She's coming in under the waist, so she's highlighting the narrowest part of her body, and she's just coming out. She's letting her booty do what it does. Her booty is full. She's not hiding it. She's not bulking it, and she's framing things nicely. Same as if this shape wore a blazer with a tucked in, if you've got a nice flat tummy and you've got some nice bootleg jeans. All you need there is a belt to finish it off, by the way, but it's a high waist. So oftentimes, if you're scared of wearing high waist, oftentimes this is what's going to look best on you, especially if you have a tummy. Don't be scared to try high waist, okay? You add a belt and there it's all finished off. So this is still beautiful, okay? So look at this shape, what she's got, okay? So here, she has a full booty, okay? Look at how clever she is with her little black dress, her LBD. She's highlighting her shoulders. just put your fingers if you can, or you'll close your one eye and put your, like, hide the top of her dress, okay, or to hide her shoulders. If you take away the impact on the shoulders, you'll see that she would look unbalanced, okay? She would look bottom heavy. If you just do that, close your one eye, put your two index fingers over her left and right shoulder, let her only have the top and no emphasis, you can see she would have a bottom heavy look. But now that she's highlighting her shoulders, it's imbalanced. Can you see that? It's a simple thing. She has the booty already. Now you just highlight the top. Instead of hiding her booty, she's highlighting the top. Same with this gorgeous girl. Okay, look at this beautiful dress. She has a beautiful, so a former pear shape. And if she didn't have all of that detail on top, she would feel probably heavier on the bottom. It's just balancing the top. That's her LBD. Your little black dress must look for you what it needs to look like for you. Okay, here's the former inverted triangle, the warrior, okay? So she's got broad shoulders. She's like a warrior. Now, you don't want to just have the broad shoulders and go down to nothing, because then you can look like a pin drop. That's what you're going to look like. So what does she need to do? One thing, she needs to highlight the bottom. She needs to expand the bottom so that her ankles are in line with her broad shoulders. She doesn't hide her shoulders. She highlights the bottom. High-waisted pants with wide leg, okay? Here in the middle, look at this gorgeous woman. So she's got that same broad shoulder warrior shape, nice white t-shirt, some wide leg pants. There's the white tennis shoes. And look at what happens if you just add a broad red belt. It kind of just finishes it off. Can you see that? It's the little things. But she's highlighting the bottom with wide leg pants. You've got your silk pleated skirts. You get those from Zara almost any season of the year, and as well as wide leg pants. And it's an easy breezy balance, top to bottom. Here's the all heart, the former apple shape, okay? This is typically what they do. They bulk up on top and they hide on top. And that's the worst thing that you can do. You want to just take your waist higher. Here you've got a little cami tucked in. Here's a high-waisted skirt, straight pleats down with a little bit of flare at the bottom, a little bit of A-line, and then you've got a cute little denim crop jacket, and nicely done. It's not fussy, it's not difficult, but you're highlighting your best bits, which are shoulders, boobs, waist, legs. You're not thinking, oh my gosh, she's got a huge tummy. You're not thinking that, right? So it's working with what you've got. Highlight your best bits. Don't hide the ones that you're not crazy about. Jumpsuits are amazing on any shape. If you want to use lines and angles, that's what I call fashion math. It's lines and angles to cut something in half. So if you do have very broad shoulders and you want to minimize that, you use asymmetric lines like a one shoulder or off shoulder dress or top or jumpsuit, and you cut it, you minimize it a little bit. And jumpsuits are, I'm telling you, you've got to invest in jumpsuits. They are easy to dress up and down for weddings, for business, for casual, with tennis shoes, with heels, date night, you name it. Strapless bra brands I've given you before, okay? So Freya, Playtex, Jockey, Fantasy. If you need some stick-ons, so the rabbit bra stick-ons, Bravissimo also has them. And if you want to go, if you are blessed in the chest, then those rabbit bra stick-ons are very good. They've got all kinds of sizes these days. You just look for rabbit bra stick-ons or whatever brand you find online. And they are, I mean, I've worn it before for my 50th birthday party a couple of years ago. And listen, if you can hold my boobs up, it can hold anybody's boobs up, okay? So they are really, really effective. But jumpsuits are easy to use at different angles, dress up and dress down for whatever shape you are. All right, you doll it up with some wedges and a clutch and a belt, and off you go to lunch or to even an outdoor wedding, okay? Jumpsuits are fabulous. So all you're doing is you're using clothing. Like, so I've got lines and angles going here today, okay? So I've got a nice V-neck. I like this part of my body, my shoulders and my décolletage. I like that area. So I don't wear high collar things on my neck all the time. A, it irritates me. B, it makes my boobs look and look and feel bigger. And it highlights, I mean, it hides one of the best parts of my body. And I kind of float over my tummy, and I'll show you how. But we've all been here, okay? On the beach or poolside or somewhere, and you're in your swimsuit. Everybody else is in their bikinis and swimsuits and playing and they're running around, and maybe that's you and that's great. Most women have not always had that experience. And what's the problem is that we don't want to drop that coverall. We don't want to drop that towel and walk confidently down to the shore because everyone is looking. Everyone's going to look, right? You know what happens when you drop that towel, when you drop that coverall? When you say, Screw it. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to walk down. I'm going to have fun with my kids and my grandkids. You know what happens to the people on the beach? Nothing. They carry on playing. They carry on tanning. They carry on swimming. They carry on lunching. They don't obsess about your butt like you do. They don't obsess and worry about your tummy and your boobs and your cellulite and your upper arms. Like, they don't care. Only you obsess about your body that way. So why not just drop that obsession and obsess more about results and fun and making memories on the beach and in life, right? Only you obsess about your body that way. And here's the good news again. You came into agreement with the world, because before you knew there was a problem, you didn't have a problem with your body, right? You didn't have a problem until you got in the world. You're like, oh my gosh, I don't look like this. I don't look like that. She looks like that. I'm not right as I am. You can break that agreement. You can do it right now. You can do it today, because it's time to love your body. You have got to make that decision. And then this is one thing that I often hear, but Linda, you don't have the tummy that I do. Honey, back the truck up, okay? I am the non-surgical tummy tuck queen, okay? I know my body. I love my body, and I know how to work with my tummy. This is me in 2023. I'm not very different today. I have always had a tummy. I've lost a few pounds lately, but my tummy, okay, is very, very determined. I've got to like work like a freaking maniac, like Godzilla, if I want to get a flat tummy. And I'm not doing that right now. So that is my tummy on any given day. This is me 2 seconds later with posture. I'm not holding in, I'm not sucking in my breath, that's just posture, and that's body language, and I can teach you that. And this is me 45 minutes later, downstairs in the same house on the same day, going to my office, going to work. Do you see my tummy on the right-hand side with what I'm wearing? Do you think, oh my gosh, that's a flabby belly? No. Why? Because I know my body and I love my body. This is 55 minutes apart from start to end here. You have to love your body. You have to know your body. Here's my skinny floaty, okay? So I have a style that is floaty on top because I want to float over my tummy, and I want to skinny my shoulders, and I want to skinny my legs, okay? So where's my kind of challenge area? It's my tummy. So I'm going to work with my body. I'm highlighting my shoulders and my legs, and I'm floating over the rest, okay? So there I'm floating over the rest. There I'm floating over my tummy. There I'm floating in winter over my tummy. Same thing over here. I'm up about 10 pounds here. My waist goes higher. Can you see? I'm floating over my tummy. There I've got my t-shirt dress on, floating, and I'm using asymmetrical lines and angles to cut it in half, floating over my tummy. Here I was up in weight again, and I'm coming up under my boobs. I just gave that dress away. I'm thinking, why did I do that? Floating over the area that I don't want to highlight. I know my hair, I know my boobs, I know my body, I love my body, and that's why I can work with my body, and my body in return works with me and says, we got this. I do not criticize my body. I have been in training for 10 years. I will not criticize my body. Are there areas that I wish I could change? Absolutely. Can I change it? Of course I can. Have I? No. So shut up, Linda, and love your body is how it goes. No more sacrificing your life at the altar of man, my friend. Time is up for that. Monique went from hating her body to losing 53 pounds by saying what? One thing. There's her t-shirt. I love my body. This is not a weight loss program, okay? This is not what I do. But let me tell you something. The power of when you come into alignment with the body that has been gifted to you, when you start loving her, man, wait for the results that flow. Wait for the results that come your way. She put on that t-shirt and said, I love my body, with a big fat smile on her face, thinking inside, I hate you, Linda. I hate you, Linda. I hate you, Linda. Because I said, you don't have to do it. But let me tell you something. If you do, the results will follow. And look at this woman. Absolutely beautiful. She was beautiful in the left photo, okay? But now, stronger, faster, fitter, more confident to go and live the life that she wants to live. Check this chick out, okay? From hiding behind the camera, that's what I said. It happens to skinny women too, okay? Teeny tiny little Heather hiding behind the camera. She's a photographer. To, hang on a second. Let's see who is inside there actually. So this is a woman who's gone from a 2 out of 10 to a 7 out of 10 on the confidence scale. From saying, I love my body, from getting up, dressing up, right, Heather? Yeah. And absolutely blessing people wherever she goes in a bolder, stronger way, because she's beautiful on the inside and the out. There is no more hiding to be done. Your time for hiding is up. It's time for you to dominate in the marketplace. This is gorgeous Ruth. She's not a teeny tiny size 0, But man, is she dominating in the marketplace. After doing the program, she went on to be promoted internationally to the C-suite internationally of her corporate company. And it's Valentine's Day tomorrow, okay? It's Valentine's Day tomorrow. So that means a couple of things, okay? I want you to get a little book called Turkeys and Eagles by Peter Lord. You may have it. Read it again. Why? Because you are not a turkey, my friend. You are an eagle, and you are called to get up, dress up, and shine and soar with the other eagles up there. If you've been hanging out with turkeys, you'll have turkey results in your life. Who you hang out with is everything. The company that you keep will give you the results that you have in your life right now. Okay? So tomorrow is Valentine's Day. You're going to get up, dress up, and you're going to wear something beautiful and bold. I don't care if it's red. I don't care if it's hot pink. Maybe it's charcoal gray and neon yellow. I don't care. But when I see you on this call tomorrow, which is an hour earlier, don't forget, I want to see what you're going to be wearing on Valentine's Day, and you are going to be your Valentine tomorrow. You are going to say, I love my body from today. Those of you who are serious, those of you who are not, are going to be saying, but it feels weird, but I don't believe it, but it's not the truth, but you're going to say, but, in a year's time, you'll be in the same place, I guarantee. If you are serious about your confidence, your business, your marriage, your relationships, your income, restoring that which has been taken from you, you are going to say every day, I love my body. It might feel like a lie. It might feel weird. It might not feel right. But let me tell you something. Remember, what is the truth? You are beautiful. You are awesomely and wondrously made. And you are to choose life and to speak life. It doesn't mean that you can't feel down and feel sad sometimes. Maybe when you say it, you cry like I did over and over again. Maybe it's a great feeling. That's awesome. But, whether you are young in your 30s or whether you are in your 70s, it doesn't matter. You can start anything new today. And you start saying, I love my body and I will not criticize my body again. And you do this consistently, and I guarantee you, results will flow. Your confidence will just start going from the inside out, and it'll be almost like a tangible, hey, what's going on? There's something different about you, right?